Hey there, friend. I want to ask you something. Have you ever been in the middle of a conversation and suddenly forgotten what you were saying? Or tried to remember your grandchild's phone number only to draw a blank? If so, you're not alone. As we get older, many of us notice our focus slipping a bit. It's not dementia, it's not laziness. It's just the natural way our brains shift over time. Let me tell you a quick story. My neighbor Martha, who's 72, came over one day looking frustrated. She said she used to be so sharp, always remembering names, dates, and details. But lately, she found herself misplacing her keys, forgetting appointments, and even struggling to follow conversations at family dinners. I thought it was just part of getting older, she told me. But what if I could feel sharper again? Well, here's the good news. You can. And one of the simplest, most powerful ways to support your brain isn't about expensive supplements or complex routines. It's about what you eat. Because the truth is, your brain needs specific nutrients to stay sharp, energized, and focused. And many seniors are missing these key brain boosters in their daily diet. That's exactly what this video is about. We'll go over 5 science-backed brain foods that help improve focus, memory, and clarity. These aren't exotic superfoods or hard-to-find powders. They're everyday items you can find at your local grocery store and start adding to your meals today. Let's dive in. The first brain food, and this one might surprise you, is blueberries. Now, I know what you might be thinking. Berries are just for smoothies. But here's the truth. Blueberries are packed with antioxidants that fight oxidative stress, which can slow down brain function over time. Studies show that regular consumption of blueberries improves memory, reduces brain inflammation, and even boosts mood in seniors. One woman I spoke to, Ruth, used to feel like her thoughts were always foggy. She'd read books and forget what she'd read by the next page. But after adding a handful of blueberries to her morning oatmeal and afternoon yogurt, she noticed a difference within weeks. She said, "It wasn't dramatic, but I could follow conversations better, and I remembered things more easily." So what can you do? Start by incorporating blueberries into your daily routine. Add them to cereal, blend them into smoothies, or enjoy them as a snack. And here's a tip. Frozen blueberries are just as nutritious as fresh ones, so no need to wait for peak season. Now, moving on to the second brain booster, and this one might sound familiar, but has surprising benefits. Salmon! Yes, fatty fish. Salmon is rich in omega-3 fatty acids, which are essential for brain health. These fats help build and repair brain cells, improve blood flow to the brain, and even reduce the risk of cognitive decline. And here's the catch. As we age, our brains need more of these healthy fats to stay sharp and focused. Let me share a quick example. George, a 74-year-old I met at a wellness fair, used to avoid fish because he thought it was too hard to cook. But after his doctor recommended more omega-3s, he started eating baked salmon twice a week. Within a month, he said his memory improved and he could think more clearly. He said, "I didn't realize my brain needed that kind of support." So how can you enjoy salmon? Try simple preparations. Bake with herbs and lemon. Grill and add to salads. Poach and serve over brown rice. And if fish isn't your thing, look for other omega-3 sources like sardines, mackerel, or even plant-based options like flax seeds and walnuts. Now, before we continue, let me quickly recap what we've covered so far. We started with blueberries, explaining how their antioxidants improve brain function and reduce inflammation. Then we discussed salmon, showing how omega-3s protect brain cells and boost memory. Each of these foods works differently, but shares a common goal: nourishing your brain so you can stay sharp, engaged, and confident well into your later years. In the next part, we'll cover 2 more powerful brain foods, spinach and turmeric, and explain how they support mental clarity
and reduce brain fog. Because the goal isn't just to eat well, it's to live well. So stick with me, we've got more to cover.
All right, friend. In the last part, we talked about blueberries and salmon, two brain-boosting foods that support memory, clarity, and mood. And I hope you're starting to see how small dietary changes can sharpen your mind and make daily tasks feel easier. Now let's move on to the third brain food, and this one might sound familiar, but has surprising benefits. Spinach! Yes, leafy greens! Spinach is packed with iron, vitamin K, and folate, which help deliver oxygen to your brain, protect nerve cells, and even reduce brain fog. But here's what many seniors overlook. As we age, our bodies absorb nutrients less efficiently, making iron and magnesium-rich foods like spinach even more important. Let me share a quick story. One woman I spoke to, Ruth, used to feel sluggish and forgetful after meals. She thought she was eating well until her doctor told her she was low in iron. "I didn't realize my body wasn't absorbing what I ate," she said. After adding spinach to her salads and morning smoothies, she noticed her energy improved within weeks. "It was like my brain remembered how to work the way it used to," she told me. So what can you do? Start incorporating spinach into your meals. Add it to omelets or scrambled eggs. Blend it into smoothies with banana and almond milk. Sauté it with garlic and olive oil for a simple side dish. And here's a bonus. Pair spinach with lemon or vitamin C-rich foods like bell peppers or strawberries to boost iron absorption. Now, moving on to the fourth brain booster, and this one ties back to what we've already covered. Turmeric. Yes, the golden spice. Turmeric contains curcumin, a compound that reduces inflammation and protects your brain from oxidative stress. Studies show it can improve memory, ease brain fog, and even support mood stability. One man I met, George, used to take over-the-counter painkillers for his arthritis, but after adding turmeric to his cooking, golden milk lattes, roasted veggies, and even smoothies, he said he felt less stiff and more alert. He didn't realize spices could work this well, he told me. So how can you enjoy turmeric? Try these simple ideas. Brew turmeric tea with ginger and honey. Add it to soups, stews, or roasted vegetables, or take a high-quality supplement if you struggle with absorption. And here's a tip. Black pepper enhances curcumin absorption, so sprinkle a little into your dishes for extra power. Now, before we wrap up, let me quickly recap what we've covered so far. We started with blueberries, explaining how their antioxidants slow brain aging and reduce inflammation. Then we discussed salmon, showing how omega-3s protect your brain cells and boost memory. Next, we explored spinach, highlighting its role in fighting fatigue and improving nutrient absorption. And finally, we touched on turmeric, revealing how it eases inflammation and supports cognitive health. Each of these foods works differently, but shares a common goal: nourishing your brain so you can stay sharp, engaged, and confident. In the next part, we'll cover two more powerful brain foods, avocados and nuts, and explain how they protect your mental clarity and energy levels. Because the goal isn't just to eat well, it's to live well. So stick with me, we're almost there.
All right, friend, we've already covered 4 powerful brain foods: blueberries, salmon, spinach, and turmeric. And I hope you're starting to see how small dietary changes can sharpen your mind and ease brain fog. Now let's wrap up with 2 more foods that protect mental clarity and energy: avocados and nuts. The 5th brain-boosting food, and this one might sound simple but has surprising power, is avocados. Yes, those creamy, rich fruits, yes, they're technically fruits, are loaded with healthy fats, fiber, and potassium, which help improve blood flow to the brain, reduce inflammation, and even stabilize mood. Let me share a quick story. My friend Evelyn, who's 78, used to avoid avocados because she thought they were too high in fat. But after her doctor explained their brain-boosting benefits, she started adding them to her toast and salads. Within weeks, she noticed her focus improved and her energy felt steadier. "I didn't realize healthy fats could make me feel sharper," she told me. So, what can you do? Try slicing avocado onto whole grain toast for breakfast, adding it to salads for creaminess and nutrient absorption, or blending it into smoothies for a rich texture and cognitive boost. And here's a tip. Avocados help your body absorb fat-soluble vitamins like A, D, E, and K, so pairing them with other veggies boosts their power. Now, moving on to the final brain food, and this one might surprise you. It's nuts, especially almonds, walnuts, and pecans. Yes, nuts. They're loaded with vitamin E, magnesium, and omega-3 fatty acids that protect your brain, reduce oxidative stress, and even improve memory. And here's the catch. Many seniors skip nuts thinking they're too high in calories, but a small handful daily can do wonders for focus and mood. One man I spoke to, Frank, used to eat processed snacks but switched to a daily serving of mixed nuts. He said his memory sharpened and his energy stayed steadier throughout the day. "I didn't realize how much my brain needed these nutrients," he told me. So, how can you enjoy nuts? Start with a small portion, maybe a quarter cup of unsalted almonds or walnuts. Add them to oatmeal, yogurt, or smoothies. And here's a bonus. Pair them with berries for an antioxidant power combo that fights brain aging. Now, before we wrap up, let me quickly recap everything we've covered. We started with blueberries, explaining how their antioxidants slow brain aging and reduce inflammation. Then we discussed salmon, showing how omega-3s protect brain cells and boost memory. Next, we explored spinach, highlighting its role in improving oxygen delivery and mental energy. And we touched on turmeric, revealing how it eases brain fog and supports cognitive health. Finally, we wrapped up with avocados, which enhance blood flow and nutrient absorption, and nuts, which sharpen memory and protect against decline. Each of these foods works differently, but shares a common goal: nourishing your brain so you can stay sharp, engaged, and confident well into your later years. And the best part? None of this requires drastic overhauls, just small, consistent choices. One woman I spoke to, Martha, didn't change her entire diet overnight. Instead, she added blueberries to breakfast, salmon twice a week, and a daily handful of almonds. Within months, she said her focus came back and her doctor praised her improved cholesterol levels. "I didn't force myself to eat perfectly. I just made space for what truly supported me." That's exactly how this works. You don't have to eat all 5 foods every day. Just start with 1 or 2. Maybe swap your usual snack for nuts and berries, or trade processed fats for avocado toast. Small steps add up over time. And here's the most important part. Aging doesn't mean losing your mental edge. With the right foods, you can protect your focus, clarity, and independence, and live your best life at any age. If you found this helpful, and I hope you did, I'd love for you to hit that like button and subscribe to the channel so you never miss another tip to help you thrive after 60. And if you've already tried any of these foods and noticed a change in how you feel, I'd love to hear about it. Drop a comment below and share your experience. Your story might inspire someone else to take that first step towards better brain health. Because the truth is, your grocery list is one of the most powerful tools you have to stay sharp. And once you know what to choose, your brain rewards you with clarity, focus, and vitality. Thank you so much for being here today. Take care of yourself, stay curious, and keep making choices that honor your body and your happiness. Until next time, eat well, stay sharp, and live your best life.